Hello, thank you for watching. I'll be presenting the product archaeology project for Group 4. Since the beginning of time, humans have faced the challenge of moving large and bulky objects, and because of this, the wheelbarrow was created. The wheelbarrow was originally inspired by the two-man hand barrow, but the first wheelbarrow was said to have originated in China around 100 AD. There's also evidence that suggests the wheelbarrow could have been created in ancient Greek and Rome, as they needed some device to help transport construction materials during their construction feats. The wheelbarrow originally took root in Europe during the 15th century and was mainly used for transporting luggage, mining, and porterage. Since its original creation in 100 AD, the wheelbarrow has had pretty much no design changes, as the original one-wheel design is still frequently sold today. This one-wheel design requires heavy lifting for the user, awkward movements, balance issues, and issues when unloading the basin of the wheelbarrow, which puts the user at risk of pain and injury, and also an unpleasant experience when using the product. To prove this, a study was conducted that analyzed user pain level after using a traditional wheelbarrow compared to an alternative design, which is shown on the right of the slide. And according to the results of the study, the user experienced pain in several less areas when using the alternative design compared to the traditional one-wheel wheelbarrow. Additionally, the user had much easier time with balance and unloading. Currently, in addition to the one-wheel wheelbarrow, there are several other alternatives on the market that are designed to be more user-friendly. One of these is the two-wheel design, which also features a U-shaped handle. The two-wheel design is meant to alleviate balance issues that are experienced during the use of the one-wheel wheelbarrow, and the U-shaped handle allows the user to push forward rather than having to lift up while transporting the load in the basin of the wheelbarrow. This is usually priced around $40, but will depend based on the specific make and model. Another alternative is a self-propelled and self-dumping cart. Usually this would be powered by a battery or a motor. This obviously would require much less user input than any of the other models, as it moves by itself and dumps by itself. These models are typically much heavier than a standard wheelbarrow and much more expensive, as they're priced between $470 and $2,000, depending on the model. Battery-powered ones are usually on the less expensive end of that spectrum, whereas motorized ones are on the more expensive end. Another wheelbarrow alternative is the garden wagon. This is a four-wheel design, which is meant to alleviate balance issues. Also, there's a handle attached to a large bar at the end of the cart that is meant for the user to pull rather than to lift and push. This is meant to be easier and cause less pain for the user. Additionally, this type of cart can support up to 1,500 pounds. There are also models that would be able to support less, but typically this type of product would be priced around $150. Our group has not yet been able to construct a physical prototype, but we have provided prototype AutoCAD designs shown on the left side of the slide. As you can see, our design includes four wheels and a tilted basin with a front door that will open and allow the contents inside the basin to fall out only with the use of gravity. Once we get to it, we're going to test it by testing several different door opening mechanisms and determine which one is easiest to use. We will record which mechanism requires the least amount of force in order to get the door open. And additionally, we will do a stress test where we will keep adding weight to the basin until any failure is noticed. And lastly, the functionality and usability will be tested by third-party testing groups who know very little about the product. These people will be able to point out design flaws much easier than us, the designers, would be able to, as we know exactly how the product is supposed to work already. Once the product is being mass-produced and hits the market, there will be many impacts that will be seen. Due to the design of the product having 4 wheels and being able to be pushed easily, it can be used anywhere geographically, and no geographic conditions such as elevation or hills would limit its use, so it will be able to help projects all over the world. Also, societally, more people will be able to do their own yard work, as this product is much more user-friendly than other products on the market. So therefore, more people will be caring for their own yard, and also less injuries will be observed during common household activities and DIY projects. Economically, there will be an increase in raw materials as more people will be doing yard work. Some of these materials might include seed, mulch, or fertilizer. Also, local stores would benefit from this as they would be selling it, and also the marketing and production of the product would create jobs. Lastly, the environmental impacts would be seen as this product encourages gardening, and planting food and other plants is good for the environment, and also it encourages the upkeep of outdoor environments, and the product would reduce energy consumption as there's no energy needed to power it, and also it should reduce yard waste as everything in the basin will be used and nothing will go to waste.